America's oceans are home to some of the world's most fascinating and potentially dangerous marine animals. From the icy waters of Alaska to the coral reefs of Florida and Hawaii, these creatures have evolved incredible weapons including venom, crushing jaws, camouflage, speed, and powerful defensive behaviors. While serious encounters with humans are rare, these are the marine animals responsible for the greatest risk to swimmers, divers, surfers, and fishermen in U.S. waters. Today, we'll rank the 18 most dangerous sea animals found in or around the United States based on documented human injuries, venom, predatory ability, frequency of encounters, and overall danger. And to be clear, dangerous here means the ability to seriously injure or kill a human, not how aggressive the animal is. Most of these creatures avoid people whenever possible. Our countdown begins with number 18, one of the most common accidental injury hazards hiding just beneath the sand. Number 18. Stingrays glide silently just beneath the sand in shallow waters along both the Atlantic and Pacific coasts. They're not hunting for trouble, but their defense is formidable, a serrated tail spine coated in venom. Most injuries happen when a swimmer or beachgoer accidentally steps on a hidden ray, triggering a reflexive strike that can drive the barb deep into flesh. The pain is immediate and often severe, accompanied by swelling and, in rare cases, muscle cramps or nausea. National estimates suggest between 750 and 2,000 stingray injuries each year in the United States, with hotspots like Southern California's Seal Beach reporting dozens of cases in a single weekend. Lifeguards recommend the stingray shuffle, sliding your feet through the sand instead of stepping down, to warn rays of your presence and avoid surprise encounters. While the agony of a sting is real, these animals strike only in self-defense, not aggression, reminding us that most ocean dangers are hidden, not hostile. Number 17. The Portuguese man-o-war drifts across warm Atlantic and Gulf Coast beaches, trailing tentacles that can reach lengths of up to 100 feet, often far beyond the visible blue float bobbing at the surface. Unlike a true jellyfish, this animal is a colonial siphonophore, made up of specialized zooids working together as a single organism. A brush from its tentacles delivers a powerful sting, causing instant pain, welts, and in rare cases, severe allergic reactions. Even washed-up specimens remain dangerous, as the stinging cells stay active long after death. Lifeguards regularly raise purple warning flags along Florida and Texas beaches when man-o-war numbers spike. Avoiding contact and respecting beach advisories is the best defense, since these creatures pose more risk to the unprepared than to those who heed the warnings. Number 16. Lionfish have rewritten the rules for both human and ecological risk in the Atlantic and Gulf of Mexico. Originally from the Indo-Pacific, these striking fish now thrive from the Caribbean to North Carolina, their population fueled by rapid reproduction and a lack of natural predators. The danger to humans lies in their venomous spines, sharp enough to pierce gloves and capable of causing intense pain, swelling, and even systemic symptoms for divers, fishers, or anyone handling them carelessly. But the greater threat is ecological. Lionfish predation has driven declines of up to 65% in native reef fish populations in some invaded areas, undermining coral health and fisheries. Removal campaigns, including annual derbies, have become a management priority, with thousands of lionfish culled each year to slow their spread. Here, danger is measured not just by injury, but by the sweeping impact on entire reef communities. Number 15. Barracuda mark a shift from venomous defense to predatory power in U.S. waters. Sleek and muscular, these fish are built for sudden bursts of speed, relying on sharp vision to ambush prey that flashes silver in the sunlight. Human encounters are rare, and most bites happen when a diver or spearfisher's gear, jewelry, or lure mimics the glint of a wounded fish. In most cases, the strike is a case of mistaken identity, not aggression. Divers can often observe barracuda up close without incident, but the animal's size, speed, and toothy grin have earned it a reputation that lingers long after the threat has passed. The real risk lies in surprise, not intent. Number 14. The Moray eel spends most of its life hidden deep within reef crevices and rocky holes, emerging only when food or an unwary hand comes too close. Unlike predators that actively hunt, morays are ambush specialists, relying on the element of surprise for both feeding and defense. Injuries almost always occur when divers or fishers reach into crevices or attempt to hand-feed these eels, a practice that can end with severe lacerations. The Moray's jaws clamp down with remarkable strength, and their backward curved teeth can inflict deep, ragged wounds that often require medical attention. Here, danger comes not from aggression, but from a habitat mistake. A hand in the wrong place, at the wrong time. Number 13. The blue-ringed octopus carries a reputation that far exceeds its tiny size. Barely reaching the length of a golf tee, this octopus holds enough tetrodotoxin to paralyze dozens of adults, making it one of the most venomous animals on the planet. Sightings in U.S. waters are exceptionally rare, typically linked to accidental introductions or isolated events along the Southern California coast. Despite its dazzling appearance, the real risk comes from handling. One careless touch can deliver a dose of neurotoxin for which there is no known antidote. For most Americans, the odds of encountering a blue-ringed octopus remain vanishingly small, but its presence underscores the ocean's capacity for hidden potency in the most unassuming forms. Number 12. Sea snakes are the ocean's paradox, armed with some of the most potent venom known, yet posing almost no real-world threat in U.S. waters. These slender reptiles occasionally drift into Pacific-adjacent regions like Southern California or Hawaii, but sightings remain rare, and bites even more so. Sea snakes are not aggressive and almost always avoid swimmers, preferring to slip away unnoticed. The true danger emerges only when someone tries to handle or capture one, which can trigger a defensive bite capable of delivering a neurotoxic dose. In practical terms, the risk is nearly invisible for most Americans, making sea snakes a symbol of hidden power rather than an everyday hazard. Number 11. Stonefish carry a reputation for being the world's most venomous bony fish, but in U.S. waters, their presence is more rumor than reality. These squat, camouflaged ambush predators are not native to American coastlines. Instead, the rare U.S. encounters stem from aquarium releases or accidental transport in ballast water, particularly along the West Coast. A single step on a stonefish spine can deliver venom intense enough to cause excruciating pain, swelling, and even systemic symptoms requiring urgent medical care. While the odds of encountering one are extremely low, the severity of their sting keeps stonefish firmly on the radar for anyone handling exotic species or exploring unfamiliar rocky habitats. Number 10. Jellyfish swarms turn a simple swim into a numbers game. Along U.S. coasts, blooms of moon jellies, sea nettles, cannonball jellyfish, and box jelly relatives in Hawaii can transform the water into a field of stinging cells. The real hazard is not a single animal, but the sheer scale. Hundreds or even thousands drifting near busy beaches during peak season. Venom severity ranges widely. Moon jellies cause little more than irritation, while sea nettles and Hawaiian box jellies can trigger painful reactions or, rarely, medical emergencies. Warm temperatures and shifting currents drive these blooms, making mass stings a predictable challenge for lifeguards and swimmers alike. Number 9. Tiger sharks patrol the warm tropical waters around Hawaii and the southern U.S. coast, earning their reputation as broad opportunists. Unlike specialists, these sharks consume almost anything: fish, turtles, birds, and even inedible debris, making their hunting patterns unpredictable. Most serious encounters with humans occur in low visibility or near-shore conditions, especially at dawn or dusk, when surfers, divers, and fishers overlap with the tiger shark's territory. Their powerful jaws and sheer size mean that any bite can have devastating consequences, far surpassing the sting-driven injuries lower on the list. For ocean-goers in these regions, the tiger shark commands both respect and vigilance, not because it seeks out humans, but because its opportunistic nature leaves little room for error. 8th place belongs to the bull shark, a species that brings big shark danger into places most people never expect. Unlike ocean-bound predators, bull sharks adapt to both saltwater and freshwater, traveling far up rivers, through estuaries, and into shallow bays along the Gulf Coast and southeastern United States. This ability to thrive in low salinity water means swimmers, kayakers, and anglers can encounter a powerful predator miles from the open sea. Documented sightings include inland rivers like the Mississippi, and the species is regularly found near popular beaches and boating areas. The real risk comes from surprise. Bull sharks hunt in murky, shallow water where visibility is low, increasing the chance of accidental overlap with people. Their reputation as the shark most likely to appear where humans gather is not built on aggression, but on an uncanny ability to intrude into habitats we assume are safe. Number 5. The American alligator transforms the quiet edges of southern marshes and brackish channels into zones of real risk, especially during nesting season. These powerful reptiles spend most of their lives avoiding humans, but from May through July, territorial instincts sharpen. Kayakers and fishermen are the most likely to cross paths with alligators, often at dawn or dusk when activity overlaps. The threat rarely comes from open water. It's the sudden proximity at the water's edge or an accidental approach to a hidden nest that triggers defensive aggression. State agencies record about 30 alligator-related injuries nationwide each year, the majority in coastal wetlands. Awareness of habitat and a healthy respect for nesting areas remain the best defenses, reminding us that the boundary between wild and familiar can shift with the season. Number 4. The American crocodile stands as a rare native predator of South Florida's coastal waters and mangroves. Unlike its freshwater cousin, the alligator, this species is adapted to brackish lagoons and tidal estuaries, making it a true sentinel of the shoreline. With a tapered snout and a body built for stealthy ambush, it commands respect as a top-tier carnivore. Yet, documented attacks on humans remain exceptionally rare, even as the population rebounds. Decades of habitat protection and nest relocation have pushed the American crocodile from the brink of extinction to a conservation milestone. Over 2,000 individuals now thrive in protected areas. Here, the story is not just about risk, but about coexistence and recovery along the wild edges of the Everglades. Coming to the top 3, the shortfin mako shark commands attention for its raw athleticism. This species holds the title of fastest shark in the ocean, clocking speeds up to 45 miles per hour in short bursts. For offshore fishermen, a hooked mako can turn a routine trip into a test of reflexes and nerve, launching itself from the water or tearing across the surface with explosive force. Danger here isn't a matter of frequent attacks, but of sheer power and unpredictability. The mako's speed and leverage create high-stakes moments where a single miscalculation can lead to serious injury, making it both a marvel and a challenge in American waters. In second place, the oceanic white-tip shark looms large in maritime history, its reputation forged in the aftermath of shipwrecks and open ocean disasters. Survivors of the USS Indianapolis sinking in 1945 described white-tips circling debris fields for days, capitalizing on chaos and exhaustion. Unlike coastal predators, the oceanic white-tip thrives far from shore, patrolling the vast blue where rescue can be uncertain and help is slow to arrive. Its danger is situational. Most modern Americans will never meet this shark, but for those stranded at sea, it remains the ultimate opportunist. The white-tip's legacy endures not because of frequent attacks, but because it symbolizes the worst-case scenario in open water. A patient hunter, ever present in the stories of survival against the odds. And finally, in first place, the great white shark stands alone at the apex of United States ocean danger. This is not a story of mindless aggression, but of a predator perfectly tuned to its environment. The great white's arsenal is unmatched. Its sense of smell can detect a single drop of blood in 25 gallons of water, while its vision adapts to both low light and the glare of sunlit surf. Electroreceptors in its snout pick up the faintest electrical signals, allowing it to track injured fish, or in rare cases, a swimmer, through murky water. At lengths exceeding 15 feet and with a bite force capable of crushing bone, the great white is responsible for the majority of fatal shark attacks in the United States, especially along the Pacific coast and New England. Yet, the statistics tell a more nuanced story. Attacks are rare, and most are cases of mistaken identity, often involving surfers whose silhouettes resemble the shark's natural prey, like seals. Decades of research and conservation laws now protect this species, recognizing its critical role in marine ecosystems. The Great White commands respect not because it seeks out humans, but because it embodies the ultimate blend of size, power, and sensory mastery in American waters. Across all 18 entries, one fact stands out. The ocean's deadliest creatures rarely seek conflict. Most injuries happen when humans cross invisible boundaries. Danger in the sea is more about misunderstanding than malice. Respecting marine life protects us both. Which sea animal surprised you most, or would you least want to meet?